Hey, all right. Can't wait for PSLE to end. Okay, aren't we all? Okay, so one last revision. Okay, so basically, you can use your calculator for this particular paper. Some of you managed to do it, some of you didn't. Some of you only did the paper halfway. Yeah. Okay, so but I guess at this point, everyone's just busy preparing for the exams, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Now, all right, so let's continue with, so I hope you have you have the paper with you. Okay, so look at this question now. Remember, when you are stuck at a question, I would suggest to go with drawing model. Otherwise, you can use ratio and unitary. Okay, so Jessica wanted to buy a toaster, but the amount of money she had was only 40% of the cost of the toaster. So here in this case, the cost of the toaster is at 100%. Okay, the cost of the toaster is at 100%. So this is the cost of the toaster. Okay, all right. Don't know how to do so many questions. No worries. I will go through these questions today with you. Okay, so just take note. Tommy and Jaden got the answer. So 40%, so you got 40% of the cost of the toaster. After her mother gave her, so she got, then her mother gave her another $12. She was still short of half of the cost. So that means this represents half of the total cost. I can also put this as 50%. So if you can see from here, if this is 40% and you have 50%, that means the 12 represents 10%. So 10% is $12. So 100% would be, you don't have to find if, or you can find 1% if you want to, otherwise you just have to times 10. Because from here is times 10. Okay, all right. Hey, yeah. Um, I've got quite a number. Okay, now. Okay, so the rest, no names. Okay. All right, so this is where you have the total cost of the toaster is $120. Okay, no problem. All right. Okay, now let's look at question number 2. Question number 2, it says here, in a theater, chairs were arranged in rows such that there were exactly 8 chairs in each row. Exactly 8 chairs in each row. So arranged in rows. But do we know how many rows there are? Yes, Tommy, you got it. Do we know how many rows there are? We don't know. But if we take the number of rows times the number of chairs, what will we get? We will get total number of chairs. So if we take the number of rows times the number of chairs, we'll get the total number of chairs. So since we do not know how many rows there are, I'm going to put it as 1 unit. So if there are exactly 8 chairs, there's exactly a total of 8 units of chairs. Now, for the concert, Danish brought 4 more chairs into the theater. So, before and after. So, after is you plus 4 more chairs, right? Okay. Because of that, he rearranged the chairs. There were now exactly 6 chairs in each row, 13 more than before. Before is 1 unit. Now would be 1 unit plus 13. This gives you 6 unit plus 78. Because 13 times 6 is 78. Now, so from here, okay, so what you have here is this. Now, the change from before and after is you plus 4 chairs, isn't it? Okay, so that means because you plus 4 chairs, I can represent it like this. 8 unit plus 4 more chairs, I will get 6 unit plus 78. So make parts equal. So when I make parts equal, I will have 6 unit and 6 units and 2 units. Why? Because this is supposed to be your 8 units. So from here, what do we have? We know that 2 units is equals to 74. So 1 unit will be 74 divided by 2 to give me 37. So how many chairs were there in the theater in the end? Now, this is the part where you can check your answer. Okay? They ask for number of chairs in the end. So, in the end, number of chairs would be, you either take 8 units times 37 and then remember to plus 4. Because remember, he brought 4 more chairs. So this will give us 300. Or you can also find, you can check. Okay? You can check number of chairs. How do you check the number of chairs? So here I can use this, which is 6 unit, which is 6 times 37 plus 78. This should also give you 300 chairs. Okay? All right. Got it? Any questions, anyone? No. Okay. Now we're at average. Okay, now, as long as you see average, okay, whenever you see average, you take average times the total, average times the quantity or number of items will give you the total, right? Okay, so same thing here. It says here the average height of a group of girls. Do we know how many girls there are? We don't know. So I'm going to say one group, one unit of girls. The average height is 157. Now, if the average height of one unit of girls is 157, can I find the total height? Can I find the total height? I can. Okay, by taking number of girls times the average height, which is in cm, will give me the total height, which is in cm. Okay, so if I take the number of girls, which is 1 unit, times the average height, which is 157, will give me 157 units. Okay, now, so from here, after 4 boys with a total height of 688 join the group, that means from here we have 157 units, then 600 and 4 boys with a total height of 688 join the group. So for that, the average increased to 163. That means instead of girls, children, okay? So the number of children, 1 unit plus 4 boys, because 4 boys were added, times the average, which is 163, will give me 163 unit plus 652. So this is your 163 unit plus 652. Okay, so I take from 688, I split it into 157 unit plus 6 unit to give me 163. Okay, plus 6 to give me 163. Now, from 688, 688 minus 652 will give me how much? Will give me, so this is your 652. So if you look at just this part here, is equals to how much? Is equals to 618. That means 6 units will be 688 minus 652 to give me 36. Thank you, Brian. So how many girls were there? So girls here, 1 unit. So that means 36 divided by 6 to give me 6. So there are 6 girls. So, okay, now, so again, I'm going to run through this. If you take the number of children times the average height, will give you the total. So, as long as you have average, I would encourage you to use this table to solve the question. Okay? All right, questions, anyone? We're going to look at number 4. It's fast method. Yes, it's a fast method. Okay, now let's look at number 4. In question 4, we have Nicole and Rachel had some money. We do not know how much they have, right? But we do know that if Nicole gives Rachel $115, they will each have, yes, Tommy, yes, that's right. If Nicole gives Rachel $115, they would each have the same amount of money. Okay, so that means if Nicole gives Rachel $115. So in the case 1, Nicole gives Rachel 115. So because of that, they each would have the same amount of money. So between Nicole and Rachel, I'm going to put it as 1:1. That's the smallest. Okay? Yes, Jaden, that's right. Okay, now, so from here, if Rachel gives Nicole, now the opposite happens. What happened? The opposite happens when Rachel gives Nicole $115. Nicole would have 3 times as much as Rachel. Nicole would have 3 times as much as Rachel. Now, in both situations, Nicole gave to Rachel and Rachel gave to Nicole. So within them, they gave each other in each of the cases. So with this, we know that it is an internal transfer. So with internal transfer, that means the total between the two of them must remain unchanged. Okay, total remains unchanged. So we have the total being 2 for case 1 and 4 for case 2. So to make them the same, I need to find the first common multiple of 2 and 4, which is how much? Anyone? What's the first common multiple of 2 and 4? Will be 8. No? Anyone? Yes, thank you. So it's 4. So I have 2 times 2. So when I times 2, I will get 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so can you see here that when Nicole gave to Rachel, Nicole would have 2 units, right? So that means from case 1, when Nicole gave to Rachel, Nicole would have 2 units. But I must add the 115. That means this is Nicole's actual. Right? Now, case 2, what happened is when Nicole received 115, that means on top of her money. So this is her actual money. She received another 115. This becomes 3 units. So make parts equal. That means this part here will be equal to 1 unit. Okay, so 1 unit is equals to 115 plus 115 to give me 230. Now, so since 1 unit is 130, how much did they have all together? How do we find? What are we finding? Yes, Brian, that's it. So, but what are we finding? How many units are we finding? 4. So we're finding 4 units. Why? Because we want to find the total, which is 4 times $230 to give me 920. Okay, so to give you 920. Okay, that's right. So I'm going